Aceman SE 2025 Review. Good points. Driver-centric chassis and steering tuning. Genuine old-school hot hatch vibes. Quick road/track pace. Rich, inspired interior. Exudes a sense of occasion. 5-door convenience. Needs work. Pricey for a compact. Firm ride around town. Limited touring range. No personalization options. DC fast charging could be quicker. Lacks outright practicality. As fringe-dwelling motoring goes, the Mini Aceman SE parks itself on the edge of the automotive landscape. And after spending a week with one, it remains a tough customer to pigeonhole. This new era of Mini might be tough for the casual observer to wrap their head around, as the brand reimagines its heritage via a broadening array of segments and body styles, and niches in between. An Aceman, a naming riff off the defunct Paceman, perhaps may appear a proper head-scratcher. Aceman is a blend of attributes of Cooper hatch and Countryman SUV, says its maker, if electric only, urban-centric, crossover stylized, and why not? An added rush of a true go-kart experience as spice. Even by Mini's unorthodoxy, the only 5-door electric in its lineup is a bit of a weird one, confused somewhat by Mini's marketing ploy to simplify matters by referring to Aceman as a small, nope, it's compact, SUV, it's more a crossover, if we're to be pedantic. Of course, just one Aceman isn't enough, and here comes the hair-splitting. The Aceman lineup enters with the E-Classic that was $55,990 list at its mid-2024 debut. Less than 12 months later, the entry E is now on $51,990 drive away, curiously on runout. Meanwhile, the mid-range SE on test here was and remains $60,990 before on roads, so $67,000 in your driveway. The elephant twins in the garage are that the SE is not only $15,000 pricier than the seemingly short-lived entry E. It's compact, 4-meter long, not really an SUV form, wants the sort of money a proper, 2 segments larger family-hauling Tesla Model Y wants for. The list of circa $60K something electric SUVs now available is a long one. Given there's so little of the Aceman SE, it'd want to be fun-filled and quite special, indeed, though there is a more powerful and presumably even more go-kart-like JCW version sat above it, at $66,000 list or around $72,000 drive away. This 3-grade lineup leaves our SE test subject in a curious middle ground, without an obvious accolade upon which to hang its hat. Then you drive it in the right situation with a certain headspace and the Aceman SE is so wonderfully seductive that you just might forget, even for a moment, the questionable price point, positioning or pragmatism at play. It's quite the special little car. But whether or not it's special enough to successfully negotiate price, range, ride, and practicality hurdles is what we aim to find out. What are the Aceman SE's features and options for the price? At $60,990, the SE ups the high-voltage credentials over the base Aceman E by lifting outputs to 160 kilowatts and 330 Nm, against 135 kW/290 Nm, and fitting a larger 49.2 kWh net, against 38.5 kWh net, lithium-ion battery, with a higher 95 kilowatts, against 75 kilowatts, DC charging peak. All Aceman are front-wheel drive. This SE combination boosts the peak range claim to 406 kilometers, against 310 kilometers, WLTP, while the performance claim drops to 7.1 seconds, against 7.9 SEC, for the 0 to 100 kilometers per hour sprint. In outright EV terms, there's nothing groundbreaking here. Meanwhile, the JCW trim peaks at an E-launch control boosted 200 kW/356 Nm, with the nominal advertised 190 kilowatts and 350 Nm. With an identical battery spec to the SE, the performance boost, to 6.4 SEC 0 to 100 km per hour claimed, comes at a trade-off of outright range, 355 km claimed. The SE fits the so-called favored features set largely shared with the JCW rather than the more basic classic fit-out of the E that includes LED headlights and tail lights, 3-mode DLRs, 19-inch hexagram-style wheels, 240mm round OLED media, Experience mode with 8 content themes, augmented reality sat-nav, wireless Apple CarPlay/Android Auto, wireless phone charging, Mini connected services and Mini app, head-up digital driver's instrumentation, dark petrol Vesson faux leather seat trim, favored design theme with recycled knit fabric surface trim, glass roof, JCW type electric front seats W/active driver's seat, front seat heating, dual zone climate control, 4 USB-C outlets, adaptive cruise control, parking assistant plus with surround view camera, interior camera, Harman Kardon 10 speaker 315-watt audio, power tailgate, Tire pressure monitoring. Tire repair kit. The Aceman SE is available in 8 body colors and 2 roof colors, black or white, for a total of 14 different available body/roof combinations. Our test car features no-cost indigo sunset blue with black roof. Lost, however, is real personalization options, which used to be the cornerstone of the Mini experience. Outside of paint choice, it's fully loaded, no option boxes to tick. And that includes the dark petrol, blue, Vesson interior theme, which might be a bit of an eyesore cloaked in British racing green exterior bodywork. How does the Aceman SE drive? Don't be fooled by the stylized urban runabout facade, because the Aceman SE is a tenacious corner carver at heart. And one that, on the right bit of road or racetrack, will make you grin so much that your jaw might ache. Go-kart-like? Perhaps not literally. It does muster up an incredible amount of front-end point for front-driven electric, but its nature is to plant its rear 225mm Michelin E Primacy tires hard enough that anything short of a red-hot go leaves the tail end tracking on rails. Point to point it's impressively quick, if not ferociously so. With a set of properly sticker rubber it'd be wickedly rapid across a twisty back road pass. Regardless of actual pace, there's a genuine intimacy between the chassis, its steering, and the driver no matter how hard you choose to push on. Lively? It doesn't quite offer the sort of loose playfulness you'll find in the rear drive MG4 at a pace that doesn't threaten your license. But drum up some serious corner speed and the Aceman SE will shimmy and tuck with liftoff oversteer like a true thoroughbred fun, fluid and keenly balanced. Despite the modest 160 kilowatts power and the leisurely 7.1 SEC 0 to 100 km per hour, it feels tangible brisk. It's 330 Nm piling on instantly if with a nice rounded response to right foot input. The motor and chassis marriage is sweet indeed. The outputs on tap does a decent job of masking the Aceman's considerable 1,710 kg heft. Electric rivals in MG4 and Jeep Avenger are considerably lighter, but this chassis would easily suit the JCW's 190 kW/350 Nm offered in that car's go-kart mode. Yes, there's a delightful hoo-hoo when you activate the same mode in the SE. One of 8 experience mode settings that, bar perhaps the green, echo, setting, doesn't really alter the Mini's driving character at all. On Sonics, the Mini presents a solution so simple you wonder why it's not adopted by all feisty electrics. The synthesized soundtrack is paired with throttle position and acceleration, not with road speed. Bury your right foot and it returns a bold propulsion thrum. Lift off the throttle and it goes politely quiet. It's roarty character or F-serenity, in the appropriate conditions, when you actually want them. Neat stuff. The trade-off for the Aceman's cornering enthusiasm in the face of 1.7 tons of inertia is ride stiffness. It's very firm. Still, carrying speed in what's clearly Aceman's sweet spot brings an acceptable degree of compliance across smaller road imperfections, and there's no crashing or abrupt vertical movements. Where the ride quality starts to become annoying and fatiguing is at low speed and around town. And to a point where its role as an urban runabout is quite compromised. You'll really want to dig into Aceman's corner carving virtues as suitable compensation. Where the Aceman SE's grander touring virtues become kept is range. Our real-world testing saw a theoretical 351 km from a single charge down on its 406 km claim, and allowing for headroom for sourcing public fast charging out in the wild. Every sunny Sunday romp will demand time on the hose. If you're a Sydney sider, with few conveniently located twisties anywhere near the big smoke, this will be a major consideration. And, of course, the more you dig into the Aceman's go-fast talents, the shorter its range will be. What is the Aceman SE's interior and tech like? New Mini has managed to embrace the retro-futuristic design ethos more confidently and convincingly than most legacy car brands. And its current design language has, subjectively at least, managed to create distinction between its models reasonably successfully. Aceman is bold and distinctive rather than pretty. And its daring if achingly neat exterior styling, oh so fetching in dark indigo sunset blue with frosted titanium highlights, carries through to the cabin with real conviction, a huge sense of celebration. Like the seats, the wheel also has a chunky, purposeful vibe, which leans into the racy nature at play. But the pride of place is the circular OLED media touchscreen. And the graphic design it flaunts through all 8 experience mode settings and their matching submenus is nothing short of stunning. This is the best looking infotainment system your review has ever seen. Period. And the Harman Kardon audio is superb. Core, go-kart, personal, vivid, balance, trail, green and timeless, in excess of themes, perhaps. But there's real devil in the detail, be it the ye old western kitsch of the timeless design or how, in green, Echo Drive mode, a hummingbird graphic transforms into a sprinting cheetah animation once you bury your right foot. Is the Aceman a safe car? The Aceman SE fits an array of safety equipment that includes autonomous emergency braking, corner brake control, Blind spot / lane change warning. Exit warning. Rear collision prevention. Rear cross traffic alert with reversing AEB. Driver attention monitoring. High beam assist. Adaptive cruise control. Parking assistant plus with surround camera. What are the Aceman SE's ownership costs? Charging wise, the Aceman SE offers a 95 kilowatts peak DC charging rate. Not bad, not great with a typical 11 kilowatts AC peak. Many quotes a 10 to 80% DC charge time of around 31 minutes, or 5.5 hours at 11 kilowatts AC. The range claim for a 100% battery charge is 406 kms, though as outlined above the real-world range is closer to 350 kilometers.